In my last actual video, you may remember me talking about the PlayStation maintenance thing. Well, if you actually watched that video, this is kind of a continuation of that. After that video, sometime after, I managed to get my hands... I actually continued to have problems with downloading the game, The Crew. It refused to download for no apparent reason. It kept giving me the same error code. Well, I eventually called up Sony, and they gave me and this guy picked up the phone and, told me a bunch of different things, and basically the majority of the stuff I had already done, and most of the stuff that he told me that I didn't do did not work. And after the phone call, he told me to try a LAN cable. Did that. Definitely didn't work. Internet was faster, though. But after all that, let's say about a week later, I don't know, I'm a bad track of time. I'm at the point where I want a refund now. But I know that's probably not going to work, so I tried to buy a different copy of the game. I bought the Ultimate Edition instead. Guess what that did? It did the same exact thing as the regular version. Bear in mind, the demo did this as well. I just did a test. That did the same thing. But every other thing I downloaded just fine. Every update that I get downloads just fine. And everyone I've talked to all will say the same thing. Oh, it's your internet. It's not my internet. I can almost guarantee it. But yet people will still say it's my internet. So if Sony wants to make any more excuses at me, because I think I've actually passed the point where I can't get the refund for the first game, but if nothing is done about it, I don't know what to do. So now, as a reminder, or to kind of clear things up, the Ultimate Edition is actually on sale as of this video. It was $50, it's now $30. I thought, maybe that'll work. Paid for it, and didn't work. Did the same exact thing as the regular version. And everybody keeps saying, oh, your data is corrupted. If it was corrupted, I probably wouldn't be able to download anything. If that's so, shouldn't deleting it and then re-downloading it again fix the problem? No, apparently it doesn't. I deleted it numerous times, re-downloaded it numerous times, and it always stops at the same spot. I tried everything I could, and I looked up the error code on their websites and whatnot, and one of the options that I haven't done yet, which I'm not going to do because that's like a last resort thing, is initialize the PS4. And I have probably every bit of maybe 350 gigabytes worth of crap. And while my internet is slow, well, not slow, the internet speeds are actually okay, but the modem and router are beyond outdated. But the thing is, it'll download things. Everything else will download. So it's not my internet. I can almost guarantee it. But everyone's willing to argue with me. And it's really a case of you're arguing about something you know nothing about. Because you're not there. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just so angry right now. I don't know what to do. I've tried everything I could that won't pretty much start me from the beginning again, and I don't want to have to pretty much initialize my PS4 and start from the beginning, because that'll probably take me every bit of a month to re-download everything with the way the internet works on my end. Because obviously I can't leave the PS4 on 24/7. At some point I'm going to have to shut it off. So trying to re-download every individual thing, bear in mind I'm talking about like 50 gigabyte games each. I have GTA 5, which you're seeing in the gameplay here, unless I edit it. So there's GTA 5, Fallout 4. Oh, no. There's GTA 5. I'm trying to figure out all. Actually, no. My disc-based games are also installed on here, so I'd have to reinstall that. It's just a lot of hassle for. It's just a lot of hassle. It's way too much hassle just so I can download a 20 gigabyte game. And now the problem is, if the problem is not resolved, I want my money back. But this is Sony I'm talking about. No matter how much I want it, no matter how politely I ask, no matter how nice I am, they will never give me my money back without some kind of repercussion, because I've heard in their refund policies that if you do get a refund on something, you can never play that game again. Isn't that just beautiful? There's just a negative for everything, isn't there? But after all that bull crap, I had a little bit of a rage fit after I saw it stopped right at the same number as the other downloads I tried with the crew. In specifics, just the crew, nothing else. I was very, very angry, and the only thing I could think of was making a forum post on the support page. And I don't expect a reply anytime soon from anybody, because I'm just some nobody on the internet that nobody cares about. The only people that care about me are, like, people who know me, and that's about it. Which are a handful of people. Most people I have never actually met in real life, which is depressing. Yay. But it was a very lengthy forum post, and I made sure to go in detail. Because if I left one little detail out, somebody would say something that's already been done, so I made sure I had everything ready. And I will get the pictures from my uncle's phone fairly soon, whenever he comes back. But he's going to be gone for the weekend, so that's going to be about maybe 3 days time, like, for somebody to make a reply. Which would be beautiful if somebody could reply. I mean, that would be really, really, really nice if somebody could reply to that and maybe just make me a little less insane. I'd prefer not to snap again. Although, if I don't get all that money I put into the console back, I better be credited for it somehow. Seriously, it is very, very annoying when you lose so much money. I think it's about, if I can get it correctly, $42.88. Just a rough estimate, if I can add it up. Maybe $42.89, around that number. For me, that is a lot of money, because we are not exactly rich. You know, my family is like middle class at best, you know, not even that. And I wanted to get this game because, hey, all my friends were playing it, and I love racing games. I love this stuff. Not really to be competitive, as usual, with most of the games I play. I just play to have fun. But I love cars. I know that the crew has a few problems, as I've said before, but I really, really just wanted to play a racing game. There aren't that many racing games on PSN, so I was like, okay, you know, maybe I'll be able to get it. But my thick skull just I just couldn't resist buying it again. Just to see if it would work. I should have known it wouldn't. But at the same time, I'm tired of being blamed for everything. And this is always a reoccurring thing. Every time I screw up, I usually admit to it. But then at the same time, if it's a screw up that's not just on my part and I know that someone else is also at fault, I will also point that out as well. I won't be afraid to, okay? But the problem is, this is a major corporation. They're not gonna care what I have to think. No matter how many times I could email somebody, no matter how many times I talk to numerous foreigners that they put on the phones, because yeah, that's what I need to talk to. Somebody who literally knows nothing about my situation and is just going to repeat what the last guy said 10 times until I just want to hang up the phone as rudely as possible. It gets tiring after a while, and I know there are numerous people out there who have had problems like this in the past, and they still have not had them resolved. And the best part is that the refunds can only be given within so many days, and the refunds are completely useless anyways, because, yeah, you can't play the game afterwards, even if you get a disc copy. So isn't that just beautiful? They get to keep my money. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. I can't do anything. At this point, I am pretty much screwed. I know there are people out there who have much bigger problems, but this is annoying. Because the thing that annoys me is, some people will think, oh, it's just like $40, you know, it's not nothing. Yeah, it's $40. It's just $40 at first. But then it happens to numerous people again and again and again. And if those problems aren't resolved, that $40 quickly turns into over $1,000 that Sony has refused to return to people, and they're still sitting just waiting for that cash to come back to them because they don't have their money. It is a slight problem when people lose their money over something as stupid as this. And it's... how much money does... how big of a corporation is Sony again? Why are they so afraid to give away a few bucks over a game? I mean, you see companies like Steam. They have a refund button. It has restrictions, but you can get a refund with very few risks. If your game didn't work, you can get a refund. But for me, if a company is just going to tell me that they can't do anything about it and I'm just going to have to suck it up, well, they're going to have to suck it up too, because I will not be doing any more business with them if that's going to be the case. Assuming nothing is resolved about it, I will not be putting a single dollar more on this console. Now imagine, if you will, if a lot more people like me were doing the same exact thing and just stopped giving them money. Where would their salaries come from? Now, I've heard other people on YouTube say the same things as me, mostly in comment sections of other videos. We are their salaries. We are the reason they make monies. I may have repeated myself again, like I always do, but we are the reason they have any money. We are the ones giving them that money because we would enjoy their products. We wanted their products. But when the products don't work, we want to be compensated for it. Compensate us for it and be nice about it and actually do something for your community. Guess what? That's positive feedback. That's great. That's how you work with your community. But if you ignore your community and then just hope everything rides out okay, and like, oh yeah, whatever, you're just one person. That is about as disrespectful as you can possibly get. The people on the support lines, like on the phone and whatnot, I've heard are great, are can be good people, but then again, at the same time, it's a case of good people, bad info. There's no point in having somebody nice on the phone if they have nothing good to say. So I really don't understand that. You can preach about their support lines and whatnot all you want. Do they have anything useful to say? But yes, if you're going to treat your community, if you're going to start treating your community like trash after you've gotten so many, pretty much you've earned a lot more money over the past few years compared to the PlayStation 3, why are you acting like this? Like, why act like this? It's so childish to have so many strict policies over the dumbest things. But they're adamant about this refund policy. They're adamant about not letting people use external mods on their games for games that have them on other devices, mind you. Xbox One, I'm just saying, they have it. Why don't we? Fallout 4 and Skyrim is what I'm talking about, by the way. So, they'll do stuff like that, and they'll ignore their community when they ask them a simple question, can I have a refund? And when they give excuses to why you shouldn't, and when they do offer you a refund, and then they pretty much give you, not really threats, but kind of like, oh, well, you do this, then you can no longer play game. That's kind of what we're here to do, because if we want to play the game sometime down the road, and we're like, hey, I want to play it again and pick it up. Oh, wait, I can't play it anymore because it's locked out of my account, so I have to go buy it on another device. Congratulations, Sony, you just lost money. Your customer didn't give you the money back. You didn't earn that money. You lost out because of your refund policy. So somebody else got that money. It could have been Steam, it could have been Xbox, and even Nintendo, but, well, there's stuff on Nintendo as well. But anyways, if this has happened to you or something like it, feel free to leave a comment regarding the subject, and I guess I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.